Hello my amazing family, welcome back to the channel. So today we are still on our relationship series, and today we are going to be talking on signs that you should leave this man. So I'm just going to be giving signs which may be lengthy, but it is really worth it. Sign that you should leave a relationship. It's not about the guy, it's about you. If you are constantly and over time feeling unconfident around this guy, if you are constantly and overly feeling you are not enough, if you're constantly having low self-esteem for whatever reason, or you are constantly having this feeling of I cannot be enough and I cannot meet up to the standard of this relationship, then you definitely have to leave that relationship. Not because of the guy, but for you. You need more of self-preparation. You need to upgrade yourself mentally. You need to work on your self-esteem. You need to work on your self-confidence, and you need God. You need to go back to God and get a graph of who you truly are. So if you are constantly feeling less of a person, you are constantly feeling you are not enough, you're constantly feeling what you carry is not enough to help this man, then you should leave him, because he is not the person for you. You need more of God and more of preparation and more of coaching and more of learning, and not a relationship. So if you're constantly feeling depressed, you're constantly feeling unconfident, it's going to put pressure in you to demand for that guy to fill in that gap. So when you constantly feel less of yourself, constantly feel low self-esteem in that relationship, you constantly feel you can't meet up, you constantly feel you are not, you just feel so empty, then you should leave that relationship, because you are never going to be happy. Like I said earlier, you will keep making demands that are not realistic and expect him to fill you. So you feeling empty, feeling emotionally imbalanced, feeling lost, only means that you need an infilling, and that infilling cannot be given to you by anyone. And do not forget that no one can give you joy. So that relationship you're getting into, it cannot give you joy. It cannot fill the void for what you're feeling. It can only amplify who you are. So if you are an unconfident person, that relationship only amplifies your insecurities. The second sign that you should leave a relationship is if this guy is responsible for putting you down, if he's responsible for making you feel less of yourself, if he's responsible for making you feel too fat for him, if he's responsible for making you feel too ugly for him, too dull for him, too irresponsible for him, then why is he with you? You should leave that relationship. If this guy is the reason for your emotional bankrupt, is the reason for your depression constantly, and he constantly makes you feel that way, if you have an issue at work, he makes you feel like you were the cause of that. If you have a problem with someone, he makes you feel like you are just a troublemaker, that was why it came your way. Where if he doesn't respect your emotions, he doesn't think you have any rights, he doesn't think your opinions matter, then you should definitely leave that relationship, because it definitely is not something that will help. So the next reason why you should leave a relationship is if this guy is only interested in your body and not your mind. I can never and will never stop emphasizing on this. If a guy is constantly admiring your body without admiring your mind, leave him. Because you know why? Your body is not a permanent thing. Your body will constantly change. You will become beautiful today and ugly tomorrow. And if the only reason why this guy loves you, it means when you are ugly tomorrow, he's going to leave you. But don't quote me, don't judge me. If you think you can keep up with that beauty, you think you can keep him with that beauty, then you definitely want to go on. But if a guy is only interested in your body, is not interested in how you want to upgrade your life, is not interested on how you want to motivate and improve yourself, is not interested on how you want to become a better person, is not interested on how you want to create a future for yourself, then you definitely want to consider leaving that relationship, because in the long run because the only thing he sees in you is your body. He's going to get tired because people are beautiful these days. Body cannot really keep. The reason why you should leave a man, the fourth reason why you should definitely leave a man, is if he's physically abusive. If that man abuses you physically, if he beats you, or he raises his voice at you constantly. I know a lot of people have anger issue, but don't make excuses for people who have anger issues and can't control it. There are people who have worse anger issues than they have, and they've been able to work on themselves and they are good to go. So if he constantly abuses you and blames you for making it happen, if he constantly make you feel like you are the reason why he hits you and he keeps repeating it, then you should definitely leave that relationship, because the reason of a relationship to get married. And if you eventually marry a man who constantly hits you, it means you're giving him a license to kill you in that marriage. Yeah, you're giving him a license to kill you in the last reason why you should leave a relationship is if your friends and family are against it. So if your friends and family are against the relationship you are into, you definitely want to leave. You don't want to fight over a man against your family, especially when you haven't gone so far with him. And if he cannot win your family over, you definitely should not continue. And you know why? Because a relationship has to do with two families. So if the families are not happy, it will get to a point where everybody is just going to get tired. Even you are going to get tired. So the reason you should leave a man that your family don't like, or not just don't like, that they constantly keep warning you against. So it is not like every man that your family hates you should hate, but if they have valid reason why they don't want you to continue in that relationship, then you definitely want to consider leaving that relationship. Definitely want to consider quitting. Or if he can't do anything to win their heart over, then you definitely want to leave. Because when things get sore, when things get bad, your families are the ones that will come through for you. So you do not want to turn your back on them. For the extra and additional tip why you should leave a man or leave a relationship is if God is asking you to. If there is this heavy burden in your heart that this is not for you, this relationship is not for you, and this is never going to work, then you definitely want to consider leaving. Because when the Spirit of God is pushing you out of a relationship, it is definitely for a reason. Maybe that person is not enough for you, or he's not up to enough for you. So if you have this constant pricking in your spirit to leave this relationship, if you have this constant reminder that this relationship is not for you, if you have this constant fear that God is not in this relationship or asking you to do it, then you definitely want to leave it. Alright guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Expect more relationship tips, because for the past 1 week we've been on our relationship series, and it's going to end next week. Not like it's going to end, we are going to be putting out relationship content, but for these 2 weeks we are just going to be putting our relationship content back to back. So after these 2 weeks, we're going to keep up with other things that we have on this channel. All right guys, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for liking this video, for sharing, for commenting, and for listening. Thank you so much. Bye. See you in my next one.